Hi, it's Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm in Birmingham, Alabama. The attorneys in our firm, we have over 90 years of experience dealing with workers' compensation matters. And we've compiled a list of about 10 of the most common types of injuries and situations that we've dealt with, and we wanted to share that list with you. Number one is the on-the-job violent acts that lead to injuries. Attacks caused by office issues, co-workers, supervisor and subordinate. There's all kinds of situations that can occur, but unfortunately sometimes because of the violent nature of them, they lead to serious physical injuries. Workplace violence by employees can hopefully be taken care of by proper training and other types of protocol to be put into place. There's also situations where individuals not affiliated with work but maybe affiliated with an employee bring onto the workplace grounds the argument or the issue and creates a violent situation. That wouldn't necessarily be covered unless it's relating to the work. The next type is the repetitive type motion injuries, and those are quite frequent. Those are the kind of injuries where people are working on a line in production. They're using the same methods and same types of movements with their arms. There could be their legs, but most likely it's the shoulders, it's the elbows, it's the wrists. It could be causing back or vision issues. Carpal tunnel is very common. The next type that we have seen quite a bit is when someone gets injured by being involved or entangled into a machine. And that usually occurs in like a factory setting where there's heavy equipment and machinery that's used. Clothing, shoes, fingers, hair can unfortunately get tangled into very dangerous equipment, and a lot of times it leads to amputations or really bad resulting injuries. And proper training and protection is a must for these type of situations to be avoided. The next type or another type is a vehicle accident. We deal with many folks who drive as part of their work responsibilities. They're delivery drivers, they're couriers, and that can involve multiple types of claims that we can pursue in addition to the workers' compensation matter. Hopefully the employer has a substantial driver safety course or training that they give to their employees, but you still can't predict what third parties may do. Another type of injury that we've dealt with quite a bit is when employees walk into something or something walks into them, so to speak. And for example, they might not see a concrete barrier or a wall, or they may trip over something that they haven't seen. There could be a door, a cabinet, a glass window. There's a host of things that could be in their way. Head, knee, neck, foot injuries are very common here. But hopefully, again, the employer has proper training for its employees to help prevent or lessen the percentage of these things occurring. Falling objects onto people is quite often. For example, someone working in a warehouse is dealing with inventory and they're trying to get down products that are above head or that get pushed off accidentally. Head, shoulder, neck injuries are quite common. Hopefully they're using personal protective equipment and clothing that will help prevent those things. But we see falling object injuries quite a bit. Reactionary injuries are extremely common, and this is slipping, tripping, falling. Sometimes they can occur. It can create body trauma, muscle injuries, and other types of medical issues for them. But also from that is falling from a height, someone falling off of a roof, off of a scaffold, off of a mezzanine that isn't properly secured. Again, those could create or lead to third-party types of claims if other non-work related individuals or companies are also working in there or created a bad situation. But falling injuries can be catastrophic depending on the height and the type of fall as well. Going back to the reactionary injuries, slips and falls are extremely common. Wet surfaces, We see that quite a bit in hospitals. Nurses, personnel who are dealing or maybe in an office building where there's wet floors where it was just waxed and there's no proper signage. And then I guess probably the most common type of injuries that we've dealt with are called overexertion injuries. And that includes pulling, lifting, pushing, holding, carrying, throwing. It's when someone who's typically a laborer uses their body for work, overexerts, and uses more or tries to use more than their capabilities allow them to. And that leads to, it could be back issues. You could have a herniated disc. You could have a dislocated shoulder. Guys, those are just the most common types of injuries. There are others, for example, exposures to chemicals, the inhalation of products, hearing loss, eye injuries, those types of things. But just wanted to share with you what we see most often. If you have a situation like this or concerns, just give us a call. We'll be glad to talk to you. 205-930-6900 is our office number. Nomberglaw.com is our website. We obviously can be found here on YouTube. We would love it if you'd consider subscribing to our channel so you'll get future episodes. And if you like this video, just give us a thumbs up. And if you didn't, just tell us why. And we also can be found on Facebook and Twitter.